Step one, save for a down payment. So I'm going to cover all the scenarios from your options that include 0% down payment to 20% down payment and beyond. You don't need 20% down payment to buy a house. So if you're a veteran, you need 0%. You've earned VA benefits, and they include government-backed lending with 0% down payment. Now, beyond that, if you have good credit and you qualify, you might need 3% down payment. That would be a conventional loan with 3% down payment. So that's a big difference from the 20% down payment that most people think they need. So what does that look like in real numbers? Well, let's use a scenario for this video. Let's use a house that's for sale right now in Roseville, California. 9563 Highland Park Drive. Beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, Highland Reserve neighborhood. It's just an awesome house with a pool, 1-story house, and it's on the market for $700,000. So if you need 3% down, you would need about $21,000 to be able to buy this house. Now you do have to have a credit score and you have to have certain debt to income ratios. I can tell you more about that later. But for now, a 3% conventional loan on our example house would be about $20,000. Now this could be from a gift, this could come out of your 401k, or this could be money that you've had in savings. So if you have $21,000, then it's quite possible that you would be able to buy this house in Roseville that's on the market for $700,000. Now, if your credit is not perfect, they have something called an FHA loan, and that's 3.5% down. So that would be about $25,000 for this example house. So, and again, it can be a gift from a family member. It could be something you pull out of your retirement. If you've got $100,000 in your 401ks and you don't own a house, why don't you pull $25,000 out of your 401ks? You are not penalized for doing that. And then you could do an FHA loan, 3.5% down, and qualify to buy this house. Now, above that, you can go as much down as you want. 5%, 10%, 20%, 25%, 50%, depending on your situation. So if we're gonna do 20% down, which is usually, you hear that figure a lot, because if you'll do 20% down, then that's gonna save you some money on interest, because you've got so much equity in the house. And the banks like to see you with some of your money invested into the house. So on our example house, $700,000 list price, 20% down would be about $140,000. Now, if you can do that, if you've got money from a previous sale or an inheritance, or you have a bigger retirement you can pull money out of, or if you've been saving and you've got $100,000, $140,000 down, you could put 20% down on our example house, $140,000, and now you're getting a great interest rate and a low monthly payment. Most people, if you're starting out, are going to be more around the 3, 3.5, or 5% range. So anywhere from 20, if you have $20,000, I can put you in this house, all the way up to 25, or whatever you have. Again, I hope you heard me. If you're a U.S. veteran, if you're an armed forces veteran, and you have your VA benefits, you qualify for 0% financing, 0% down payment. Now, this step does include you making a monthly budget. Now, just because I can sell you a $700,000 house, you've got to be okay with the mortgage payment. And that's part of this first step, is creating a budget and doing your research. And I can help you with that. So in our scenarios, we have the house at 9563 Highland Park Drive that's on the market for $700,000. Let's say that you put $20,000 down, $21,000 to be exact, but we're going to just say about $20,000 down. Your payment, it's going to be about $6,000 a month. Now that could be a big number, or maybe you make 6 figures a year and you're okay with that number. Whatever your situation is, you need to know that your monthly payment, with that small of a down payment, your monthly payment is going to be bigger. Now, if you put a full 20% down, your monthly payment will go down to about $4,500. So from our range on our example house, from 3.5% to 20% down payment, your payment will be anywhere from $4,500 to $6,000 a month. There's something you need to know when you're doing your budget. It's when you do your taxes, you're gonna get a lot of that back. So in our scenarios, you're gonna get, you could credit about $1,000 a month because you're gonna get that money back in your taxes. And the way that works is called the mortgage interest deduction. When you make a house payment, you're gonna be buying a house over 30 years and it's gonna be paid off. It's gonna be 100% your house. During that time, you're making a payment that includes the principal and the interest. In the beginning of your home purchase journey, most of your payment goes against interest. Now that's tax deductible. So at the end of the year, when you do your taxes, there's a question, how much mortgage interest did you pay? You get a form from the bank. It says, hey, I paid $25,000, I paid $40,000, I paid $50,000 a year in mortgage interest. That is deductible off of your income, which means you're gonna get a large tax rebate. So yes, that number might sound scary. $6,000 a month, I can't afford that. But if you can afford $5,000 a month, you have to remember that your mortgage interest deduction, don't forget to calculate that into your monthly budget. I hope that makes sense. It's a lot of numbers we're throwing around. Let's go back to the basics. For this example house, Roseville, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, pool, beautiful house, 1 story, great neighborhood. If you have $21,000 and good credit, I can probably get you into this house, as long as you can afford the monthly payment. If you're a veteran, you've got a lot of options. And if you have 10, 15, 20% saved up, anywhere up to $100,000, $120,000, you're gonna be very easy to finance. It'd be very easy for you to get this house. Now, let's say that you've got, you just sold something in another market and you're coming to the South Placer County area, you're coming to the El Dorado County area, or maybe you're coming to the Sacramento area and you've got a large chunk of money. That's great. That just means your payment is gonna be really small and banks are gonna love to give you the loan for the rest. So if you, for example, sold something in Fremont, let's say, and you have $500,000 of cash in your bank account from the sale, and now you want to buy a $700,000 house, your payment will be based on the $200,000 loan, so probably about $1,000 a month. So I hope that helps. You don't need 20% down to buy a house. I can get you into a house with as little as 3% down. I worked with some amazing loan officers. They would love to talk to you and help you look at your specific situation. I would love to show you houses. So reach out anytime with questions. If you agree with what I'm saying, is this step 1? When you bought a house, was this the first thing you did? Save for a down payment. If you agree, put it in the comments. If you disagree and there's something else you did first, let us know what it is. Because I deal with a lot of people, this is their first time buying a house, and I think this is the first step. But if you disagree and you think there's a better first step for people to take, comment about it. I'd love to hear about it. If you're still here at the end of this video, do me a favor, put the thumbs up button. That means you like the video. It means you watched it till the end. And if you want more real estate content, you can always subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you. If there's a specific question you want me to talk about on my next week's video, let me know and we will get to it.